What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So before I start this video, I'd like to give a big thank you to all the support on this channel and how much this channel has grown throughout the NBA Summer League games for the past 2 weeks or so. That was absolutely awesome, guys. We crushed that 300 subscriber mark on my channel. Before I started streaming the Summer League games, I wasn't really sure what the turnout was going to be, but it was awesome to see new people here on the channel, like each and every game basically. So that was fantastic to see. So thank you guys so much for that. Now, since the Summer League action has wrapped up, I will go through my list here in this video, the top 10 players who shined and played extremely well while on the court in Vegas. So number 10 on my list is Jaxson Hayes, the 8th overall draft pick in 2019, the center for the New Orleans Pelicans. As this summation of Jaxson Hayes' performance in the Summer League can basically be described in one insane play. His ridiculous poster dunk over the top of a Chicago Bulls defender with big-time air during the first game of Summer League action for Jaxson Hayes. Hayes couldn't play in the first 2 Summer League games because of the Anthony Davis trade, and it wasn't finalized yet, but once it was, Jaxson Hayes went off in Game 1 against Chicago, 28 points, along with 3 blocks in a 109-72 beatdown versus the Bulls. In his last game of Summer League play, Jaxson Hayes dropped down 15 points along with 12 rebounds. Number 9 on my list is Tyler Herro, the 13th overall draft pick of 2019, the shooting guard for the Miami Heat. Tyler Herro played in 4 games during Summer League action, but he did not appear in their 1-point quarterfinal loss against the Pelicans. In his 4 games of Summer League play, Tyler Herro averaged 19.8 points per game, along with 4.5 rebounds per game and 4.3 assists per game. In Tyler Herro's first game in Las Vegas, he dropped down 23 points. He would later follow that number up with 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in his 3rd Summer League game against the Orlando Magic. Tyler Herro spent 1 season at the University of Kentucky playing under head coach John Calipari, where Tyler Herro wasn't really known as a big-time knockdown scorer. He only averaged 14 points per game while playing at Kentucky and had 6 games throughout the college season this past season where he scored 20 points or more. Tyler Herro's value, though, is going to be huge to the Miami Heat. He's only 19 years old, and he's going to just keep on progressing and progressing while his time is spent in the NBA. So the sky is the limit there to Tyler Herro's potential to the future, and definitely it was a great choice because the Russell Westbrook trade, right before Westbrook was traded, Tyler Herro was part of those talks, but then Miami sealed the deal and signed Tyler Herro, and then instead Russell Westbrook got traded to Houston. So it was great to see that Tyler Herro is now a member of the Miami Heat, and this is awesome. He's going to bring value to the future of the Heat program. Number 8 on my list is Mitchell Robinson, the 36th overall draft pick in 2018, the center for the New York Knicks. As Mitchell Robinson led the Summer League with an average of 3.4 blocks per game in the 5 games that he played with. He also had 17 blocks total in Summer League play, along with 2 double-doubles in 3 other games that were almost double-doubles as well. Robinson recorded more than 9 rebounds in every single game. He also shot the ball at a really super efficient rate from the floor. Robinson ranked 1st in Summer League play with the highest shooting percentage. That is a minimum of 2 shots, as he shot the ball 34 attempts from the floor, and he knocked down 29 of those shots for a percentage of 85%. Number 7 on my list of a player who really shined during the Summer League is Carsen Edwards, the 33rd overall draft pick of 2019, the point guard for the Boston Celtics. As the Celtics Summer League team was so fun to watch, and Carsen Edwards out there on the court was a human bucket for Boston. Purdue fans knew what the Celtics were picking when they chose to draft Carsen Edwards, but yeah, they got an absolute gem with Carsen Edwards here. A complete steal in the draft as Carsen Edwards played his best basketball in March Madness action in the tournament. He scored 26 points in the first round against Old Dominion, 42 points in the second round versus the defending 2018 national champ Villanova. 29 points in the Sweet 16 against Tennessee and 42 points in the Elite 8 versus the #1 defense and the champion this past season, the Virginia Cavaliers. In my opinion, Carsen Edwards has just become a huge draft steal by the Celtics, especially after watching these Summer League games. Here are his point totals. 20 points against Philadelphia in Game 1, 14 points against Cleveland, 23 points against Denver, 25 points in the quarterfinals against Memphis. Also, the game before that, he had 15 points on the Thursday night game against Memphis as well. Carsen Edwards is a premier scorer who plays through contact when he drives inside, going into the basket, and when he's outside on the perimeter, this guy is dangerous. Just he makes these vicious cuts right towards the ball and get these incredible ball screens to get open, shoot those threes, and knocks them down. Carsen Edwards is just, when he gets hot from three-point range, there's no way to stop him, and he's going to be somebody who I'm definitely going to be watching throughout his NBA career, and I hope that he shines on the bench as well. Playing behind Kemba Walker, it's going to be awesome to see what Carsen Edwards can offer on the bench next season for the Boston Celtics. So, yeah, Carsen Edwards, big time throughout the NBA Summer League here, especially that perimeter shooting from the outside, as that was on full display during Summer League action. Number 6 is Kendrick Nunn, shooting guard for the Miami Heat. As Kendrick Nunn ranked 3rd in Summer League play, averaging 6.3 assists per game. He also had 2 games in which he finished with 8 assists total in those games. Kendrick Nunn was also really efficient scoring from the floor. He shot 55% from the floor, averaged 21 points per game. He also scored 22 points against the Utah Jazz and 28 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves, while shooting 13 for 20 from the floor in that one. Number 5 on my list is Jarrett Allen, the 22nd overall draft pick of 2017, the center for the Brooklyn Nets. As Jarrett Allen started in 80 games this past season, and then he started in the playoffs as well, but he played in the Summer League. So my first question here, why in the world did Jarrett Allen even play in the Summer League when he's a starter for the Brooklyn Nets? Well, he was a starter last season and into the playoffs, and then he goes to Summer League play to play against basically rookies and G League players, trying to prove themselves for roster spots. So Jarrett Allen, my best guess here is that he probably just wants to keep his starting job, since DeAndre Jordan was signed at free agency for the Brooklyn Nets now. So there's competition there between the two of them, DeAndre Jordan and also Jarrett Allen for the starting center job for the Brooklyn Nets. So Jarrett Allen, he finished Summer League play with 3 straight double-doubles in a row. His most impressive game was when he scored 30 points. He shot the ball 11 for 15 from the floor, and he had 11 rebounds in that game, along with 2 blocks and 2 steals against the Detroit Pistons in the quarterfinals of the Summer League. So my guess here is that Jarrett Allen just wants to prove with more reps and playing more basketball that he still wants to somehow, some way maintain that starting center spot for next season over DeAndre Jordan of the Brooklyn Nets. Number 4 on my list here is Lonnie Walker IV, as he was the 18th overall draft pick in 2018, the shooting guard for the San Antonio Spurs. As Lonnie Walker played only 2 games in Summer League action, but he crushed the competition. He was the leading scorer throughout Summer League action here, as Lonnie Walker shot the ball 11 for 17 in his first game and scored 28 points against the Orlando Magic. Then he followed up his point production in his second game, scoring 32 points against the Toronto Raptors, and he was 3 for 6 shooting from downtown in that one. So Lonnie Walker, in his 2 games in Summer League play, he averaged 30 points per game. Number 3 on my list is Chris Boucher, the power forward for the Toronto Raptors. As the 26-year-old Boucher had one of the most consistent point totals throughout the 4 Summer League games that he played in. Here are his point totals: 21 points and 13 rebounds against Golden State, 24 points along with 12 rebounds against San Antonio, 23 points against the New York Knicks, and 24 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. As Boucher is just ready to take that next step to the NBA, he was named the G League Most Valuable Player of the 2018-2019 season, and also this past season, he was named the G League Defensive Player of the Year. He played 28 games he appeared in this past season for the Raptors G League team, the Raptors 905. Number 2 on my list that really impressed me in Summer League action had to be Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the 17th pick of the 2019 draft, shooting guard for the New Orleans Pelicans. So out of all these players here that played in Summer League action, Nickeil had to impress me the most out of everyone. In his 4 Summer League games on the court, Nickeil Alexander-Walker averaged 24.3 points per game and 6 assists per game. His first Summer League game against the Bulls started out with a bang. Seconds in, he knocked down a left corner 3 from the outside to give New Orleans the 3-0 lead against Chicago, and then after that, the rest is history here. His point totals in the Summer League games look like this: 23 points and 8 assists against the Bulls, 26 points and 6 assists against the Cavaliers, 34 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals against the Heat in the quarterfinals, and then 14 points against Memphis in the semifinals. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was just on a scoring tear throughout the Summer League. Before he played in Summer League action, I watched him quite a bit at Virginia Tech, and one of the things that I noticed about Nickeil is that he wasn't really an elite knockdown shooter during his college career. For his last 2 games during college action, Nickeil scored 6 points in the round of 32 against Liberty in the tournament, and then he scored 9 points in the Sweet 16 against Duke. So where in the world did this scoring explosion come from? From Nickeil Alexander-Walker here. He did not have one single game this past season for Virginia Tech where he scored 30 or more points, and he never had a single game throughout his 2 seasons playing at Virginia Tech scoring 30-plus points. So Nickeil in the Summer League just really going off here. It really shocked me with his point production that he put up, and one of the things before he got drafted that I knew about Nickeil Alexander-Walker going into the draft was his versatility, that he can step in and fill in at the point guard position if needed, because that's what he did for over a month, filling in for the injured Justin Robinson at Virginia Tech. Now, we see this scoring explosion big time throughout the Summer League games. We'll see what happens in the NBA here with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but one of the biggest surprises, if not the biggest, here in Summer League action had to be him for sure. And the number 1 player here who impressed me the most at Summer League action had to be this man, Brandon Clarke, the 21st overall draft pick in 2019, the forward for the Memphis Grizzlies, as he was named the NBA Summer League MVP for 2019. An incredible end to Summer League for sure for his last 3 games of Summer League play for Brandon Clarke, as he did not have the best numbers throughout the Summer League. He averaged 14.7 points per game, 9.8 rebounds per game, and 1.8 blocks per game, but he did shoot the ball at 55% from the floor, but his last 3 games he just went off. He was a double-double machine for sure. 18 points and 12 rebounds against the Celtics in the quarterfinals. He crushed Boston on the boards. Throughout the last 5 minutes of that quarterfinal game, he destroyed them on the boards right there. It hurt Boston that they didn't put Taco Fall in for the second half as well to battle for the rebounds against Brandon Clarke. In the semifinals of the Summer League, Brandon Clarke had 23 points and 14 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds against the Pelicans in the quarterfinals, or in the semifinals for the Summer League action. And then in the Timberwolves against the finals, Brandon Clarke had 15 points along with 16 rebounds. 6 of those were offensive rebounds against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Summer League Finals. So Brandon Clarke's performance for sure has just put really big excitement into the Timberwolves organization, that they have a young player here that really excelled at the Summer League level. And this, great choice by the Timberwolves here. Huge step up, by the way, from the WCC conference, which Brandon Clarke played in, playing at Gonzaga, and now playing in the Summer League to now being a member of the NBA. The Minnesota Timberwolves are going to definitely love him for sure. But that is it to my video here. Before I go, I'm going to do some honorable mentions of players who just missed the cut here, the top 10 of the Summer League list. So Bruce Brown of the Detroit Pistons, he had 3 double-doubles and a triple-double. That triple-double only became the second player in Summer League history to do that for Bruce Brown of the Detroit Pistons. Also missing the list was Anthony Simons of the Portland Trail Blazers, who had an insane 35-point game where he shot the ball 6 for 7 from behind the arc. Rui Hachimura just missed the list as well. He's the number 9 draft pick for the Washington Wizards, who led the way in scoring for the team in Summer League play. He also scored 25 points against the Atlanta Hawks. Kyle Guy, the number 55 pick for the Sacramento Kings, also missing out on the top 10 list. Kyle Guy started out Summer League play really strong, scoring 21 points in his first game. And Grant Williams of the Boston Celtics, the number 22 overall draft pick by the Celtics, who was a plus 82 when he was on the court throughout his first 4 games of Summer League action, contributing in all different ways throughout the court, whether it was scoring, rebounding, and also assisting. And one of those big-time players that Grant Williams had a couple of assists to throughout the Summer League games was this one, the Vegas fan favorite for sure, by far, Taco Fall, the tallest player in basketball here, 7'6" for the Boston Celtics when undrafted. And how about this? What a surprise for me to see Taco Fall and what he accomplished there in Summer League action. Now, when I watched Taco Fall play at UCF, basically what I saw was somebody who just stood underneath the basket and rebounded the ball. He didn't really take much time to get back up on the other side of the court or so, but when I saw him in Summer League action, I saw a completely different Taco Fall due to his incredible size, 7'6", 310 pounds. But this is shocking here that Taco Fall was able to keep up with the rest of his teammates on the Boston Celtics, as well as he did not get as much playing time as I had hoped for, but he really just impressed with what he could do from the floor here. He was basically playing with kids on the playground when he was out there on the court for Tacko Fall. Hopefully, the Celtics can sign him. I hope so. It would be a big mistake if they don't. Tacko Fall, he only started learning the game around age 16 or so, so he's got a really high IQ. He can pick up things really fast. I hope that the Boston Celtics sign Tacko Fall and just develop him some way, somehow. He needs development on his free throw shooting, but once he gets that down, he can be a big dangerous threat inside that key. Entry passes right into the key to Tacko Fall, right underneath the basket, who can put it back up and in. Also, this is a player who shot the ball in college. 3 out of 4 attempts he made from the floor. 75% of his shooting he made from the floor. So Tacko Fall cannot be passed up, in my opinion, by the Boston Celtics. But that is it, guys. That is a wrap to my video. Thanks so much for watching my top 10 list of all the players who shined on the court during the NBA Summer League action. I'll be doing some more videos throughout the offseason here for basketball content. I have a lot of content in mind for you guys within the next few weeks on my video. Also, I'm thinking about doing the FIBA tournament coming up around late August or so into September. So, thinking about doing that as well with a play-by-play for that. So, before you go, make sure to give this the like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And thanks so much for watching my video, everybody, and have a nice rest of your day.